In this session, I'm going to talk about how you can move from Service Manager to SMAX and all the tools and utilities we've got to help you on that journey to evolve to a new solution. Firstly, we're going to talk about why it would be a good idea to evolve to SMAX. Then we're going to show you how you can move from Service Manager to SMAX and some of the tools and utilities we've got and approaches we've got to help you with that. And then we're also going to talk about some of your peers who have already gone through this process before and shown you the way on how it can be done. By evolving to SMAX, you can increase the overall user satisfaction within your organization. That's not just for agents with a more modern UI and a consumer-grade user experience, allowing them to be instantly working within the tool, collaborating with others, whether that's other agents on tickets or even with end users chatting through the web interface, but also you're providing a modern self-service portal with AI and machine learning built into it with our virtual agent capabilities, smart search to be able to find the right items that you need whenever you're looking for service or support within IT, and also for lines of business. On top of that, we offer multiple channels to access the system, whether that's using the web interface, our smart email capability for end users and service desk agents, or even with our mobile app that allows users and agents to work on and raise tickets. With SMAX, we're going beyond just pure ITSM, which is commonly found with service management, unless it's been heavily customized. SMAX is a single ASM platform that's designed to cover IT service management, IT asset management, and the broader enterprise service management needs of you and your business. That, of course, includes having CMDB functionality, the ability to extend out to hybrid cloud management as well as needed. With the modern ESM platform, software updates are significantly easier to consume, and whether you're on, even for on-premise customers. But for our SaaS customers, they're always on the latest release, and they don't have to worry about having to go through that update process, or the complexity that sometimes that can provide with other software. We also make sure we've got an API-first approach to the way we do integrations. So we've already got pre-built out-of-the-box integrations to things like MS SharePoint or MS Teams for collaboration purposes, but you can use the APIs or some of our orchestration engine to help integrate to other tools within your business to make sure you've got access to the data that you need. And our SMAX ways of working also includes our codeless configuration, allowing you to build new workflows, new entities, or new types with SMAX Studio, but that's all wrapped with a layer of abstraction, allowing you to build out business rules, to do updates to tickets, integrations with other products, or updating and notifications, all without you having to write a single piece of code. Next step we wanted to talk about is how you can get there. One of the key things that we wanted to talk about is to show you the SM to SMAX migration utility tool that we've created that allows you to bring your data from Service Manager across to SMAX. It's actually utilizing one of our SMAX integration engine that's built within the product, and it pushes the data from Service Manager into SMAX for a lot of the main record types you'll need to use in a service management tool. As you can see, as we're running this demo, what we're doing is we've set up the integration utility where we're pulling the data from a live service management system. That data is now being loaded into SMAX, and what we've pulled across is the main common elements that are going to be needed when you want to move to a new tool. So first of all, we're taking all that master data, the locations, the groups, departments, users, and obviously categories that are used either on tickets or your service catalog. And then on top of that, we're starting to pull across some of the transactional data as well. So things like your change models, knowledge documentation, and if you wanted to, you can also bring across your requests, your incidents, and your changes should you need. Of course, that's all about how you want to go for in a proper way to evolve as part of an overall implementation approach. And you may not want to bring across all that transactional data. But this is really obviously to show you that we've built that within this utility to help you get the best and the most out of it. Okay, now you can see all that data that's whirring away within the system. That's really good. Let's switch back and we'll talk about some more things. Now, we've talked about obviously utilizing the utility to get your data from SM into SMAX. And we've got a whole SM Evolution toolkit that can help you with that. And I'll talk about that a little more in a moment. But I wanted to use this opportunity to introduce you to a concept that we call dual mode, which is a way in which you could potentially move migrate across from Service Manager to SMAX, utilizing SMAX as a front end, but leaving SM as your back end. With this setup, typically the approach that we take is you deploy the SMAX environment, and in the diagram we're showing here, we've deployed SMAX in SaaS to reduce any extra additional footprint within your organization. And then we've got that connected at the back end to Service Manager. We'd utilize the SM to SMAX migration utility to bring across all that master data and bring across the basis of the service catalog, as well as obviously knowledge management docs that you have available for your end users. And then focus on looking at having your service desk agents working within SMAX, utilizing the out-of-the-box processes. Of course, if you want to change them, you're absolutely welcome to. You can use the COLIS configuration to make the tweaks you need to align with your overall business processes. Then with the standard ticket exchange using our integration engine tool that we use to bring the data into SM, you can set up a nice, very straightforward integration to case exchange your tickets for requests, incidents, and change as you need to help you with that transition to SMAX, subject to how you've built out your service catalog. This allows you to bring that new modern user interface into your business, but allow your IT support to continue to work in Service Manager, where you may have some more complex configuration set up around things like change management or problem management. The other advantage with this as well is it solves the issue where you may have some complex integrations which might take a little longer for you to get up and running and move forward. Because all the tickets are starting to be set up in that ticket exchange between SMAX and Service Manager, it means that your support teams that are currently residing in Service Manager can transition across and still see all their ticket data after they've moved across. So you're not losing any data once you've switched into dual mode. The tickets exist in both, and that allows you to progressively move your Service Manager support agents into SMAX. And that allows you then to progressively enhance, and eventually you'll be moved across to SMAX and no longer needing for Service Manager at all. As we said, we were quite keen to make sure that we had a good set of evolution content to help you move and do that transition from Service Managers to SMAX. As I say, with the SM utility that we demonstrated, we offer the ability to utilize that with our SaaS services so that you can have a free trial of SMAX in SaaS with your data. If you need assistance around the business case within your organization and the potential to understand the return on investment or TCO of moving to SMAX, we've got lots of guides to help you along with that. As well as if maybe you are still utilizing some old Service Manager licenses, we'll walk you through our CAP license migration, which will make everything easier to do that transition. On top of that, we've got a number of best practices and project checklists to help you with that overall transition. And if you're moving to an on-prem version of SMAX, we also offer you a free dev environment from our SaaS farms to allow you to do some configuration while you're doing the initial install and setup of the infrastructure within your organization. On top of that, our partners and professional services have a number of offerings specifically tailored and designed to help customers move from Service Managers to SMAX. We've got lots of experience available to you and lots of other people that have gone through on this journey, which we'll talk about in a moment. But on top of that, we have things like our SMAX user groups, our online community. There's lots of support for the onboarding process. And the other thing to note as well is once you're in the world of SMAX, we have things like our app marketplace where you can extend the use of your service management tool into ESM, where there's a number of free downloadable apps you can load into SMAX to cover additional use cases you need within your business. As we mentioned, professional services have a SM to SMAX transition service that's a pre-packaged approach to doing that evolution. It goes through a set of phases for you to work through, but initially it's about assessing your current state of your technology, what you've got, what you've done, and also what you've built out, any integrations, any customizations you've done within Service Manager, and understand the desired approach and how you want to move forward, whether that's an on-premise, whether that's based on cloud or utilizing our SaaS services. They'll then walk you through a roadmap and an overall approach to get you to that production-ready system, and then help you with delivering and doing that implementation. If you're willing and have the skills in-house, they'll obviously help. You can utilize them as well, and they'll help you with appropriate training as needed, enable you to continuously evolve and optimize your solution as you go forward. We've talked about the why. We talked about the how to move to SMAX, but I thought it would be also good to showcase a couple of your peers who have done this process already. TJDFT in Brazil is a state government organisation. They went through the process of moving from Service Manager to SMAX and wanted to also handle the situation with the global crisis around COVID and have a smooth transition to remote working practices. By adopting SMAX, they were able to adopt a significant number of non-IT processes within their organisation, and it's ended up with a 40% annual cost saving through that simplified service management solution. And on top of that, they've had a huge increase on first contact issue resolution, almost up to 50% of all cases that are raised with them, just by having that new user portal with all the data available to customers. Sopra Steria, a European-based consulting digital services and software development company, also transitioned from service managers to SMAX to help them improve the overall service delivery that they provide to all their customers. On top of that, they are able to gain an increase in agent productivity through the benefits of the AI and machine learning capabilities of SMAX, as well as also being able to adopt the latest version in a quick and timely manner through agile delivery. Final customer that I wanted to talk about is Petroleum Development in Oman. One of the big wins for them was delivering an efficient self-service to their 12,000 plus users. On top of that, they were able to fully retain their existing investment they had with Micro Focus and have had great success utilizing our smart analytics enabled root cause and trend analysis of requests and incidents through our hot topic analytics. All the information that I've shared today, including the more detailed case studies of the customers that I shared the details on, are available from our special Evolution portal that we've set up to help you do that move from Service Manager to SMAX. On top of that, we also offer the ability for you to get a trial of SMAX. If you just head across to microfocus.com/SMAX, you can sign up and get a free 15-day trial, or reach out to one of your Micro Focus contacts and we'll happily get you set up.